Mortal Kombat was not just a movie. It was a gamble Hollywood expected to fail. Behind the fireballs, fights, and techno beats were injuries, cursed casting choices, political pressure, and last-minute chaos that nearly destroyed the film. These are 10 weird facts about Mortal Kombat 1995, the movie that broke the video game curse and became a legend. Welcome to MOVIXA. Fact 1. Johnny Cage was born from rejection. Before Mortal Kombat was even a game, it was built around Jean-Claude Van Damme. Midway wanted him as a digitized fighter using his real moves. Negotiations failed, but instead of scrapping the idea, the developers turned him into Johnny Cage, a cocky Hollywood parody of Van Damme himself. Years later, the irony hit hard. Van Damme was offered the role of Johnny Cage in the movie, and turned it down to star as Street Fighter. The character based on him became iconic without him. Twice. Fact 2. Raiden was supposed to be Sean Connery. New Line wanted Sean Connery as Raiden. Fresh off his Bond revival, the studio saw him as the perfect thunder god. Connery refused, unwilling to film for months in Thailand. That's how Christopher Lambert landed the role, bringing strange charm, white hair, and an unforgettable presence. Raiden became weird, mystical, and iconic, even if he wasn't the studio's first choice. Fact 3. Shang Tsung won his role instantly. Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa did not audition, he conquered. He arrived in full costume, climbed onto a chair, and delivered his lines like a warlord commanding souls. The room froze. Casting directors knew immediately. He was not acting as Shang Tsung. He was Shang Tsung. That single audition defined one of gaming's greatest villains forever. Fact 4. Sonya Blade was cast by pure chaos. Cameron Diaz was originally Sonya Blade. She trained for weeks, then shattered her wrist just before filming. With production days away, the studio called Bridget Wilson back at the last second. She learned fight choreography on set, dislocated her shoulder during filming, reset it, and kept going. Sonya Blade was not planned. She was forged under pressure. Fact 5. Thailand nearly killed the production. Mortal Kombat was filmed deep in Thailand's jungles. Equipment was hauled by canoes. Heat reached brutal levels. Mosquitoes were relentless. Entire crew members collapsed from food poisoning. Scenes were filmed between sickness, exhaustion, and survival. What looked mystical on screen was behind-the-scenes endurance combat. Fact 6. Goro was a $1 million nightmare. Goro was not CGI. He was a massive animatronic puppet. Costing over $1 million, it required 16 puppeteers to operate. Motors overheated. Limbs froze. Scene stalled for hours. Much of Goro's footage was cut because he simply wouldn't work. He became one of cinema's most impressive and frustrating monsters ever built. Fact 7. Actors took real damage. This was not fake pain. Robin Shaw cracked ribs. Bridget Wilson dislocated her shoulder. Lyndon Ashby bruised his kidneys. Despite being PG-13, Mortal Kombat drew real blood behind the camera. Actors pushed through injuries to sell realism. No CGI safety nets. Fact 8. Reptile was added at the last minute. Reptile was not planned. Test audiences demanded more fights, so the studio panicked. Sets were rushed. CGI was unfinished. Actors were thrown into brutal choreography with no prep. The result? One of the most iconic fights in the entire movie. Reptile was not born from planning, he was born from chaos. Fact 9. Politics forced the PG-13 cut. The original script was bloody, brutal, and R-rated. But after US Senate hearings attacking the game for violence, studios panicked. The SRB was created because of Mortal Kombat. Executives stripped fatalities, gore, and profanity. Ironically, the lack of blood helped the film explode at the box office. Fact 10. It beat the video game curse. Hollywood expected failure. Instead, Mortal Kombat opened #1 at the box office, earning $122 worldwide on a $20 budget. Critics mocked it. Fans made it legendary. It became the first video game movie that actually worked. Mortal Kombat wasn't subtle. It wasn't Shakespeare. It was fists, fire, and techno turned up too loud. And somehow, it survived. If that theme just played in your head. Comment your favorite fight and tell MOVIXA what movie we should enter next. Finish him.